matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here we go, set.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have... as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, ready. Fight, number 7.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On the ready. Black you up.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
This defense for the Niners, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, red. Real green. Green back. 6, 7.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Lance and the 49ers now. First and 10
At their own 21.
Lance looking to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Scoring.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. First down, here's Mitchell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
On the double.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but the same...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Niners. And even 70 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Ready?
The Lance going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Tua going to throw.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Up the middle with Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It was Eric Armstead coming up quickly and dropping him for a loss.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Looking to pass. Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw, it's Lance. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Lance. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Channing Tindall able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Set, ready. Go red.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Lance now on first down.
Forced out to his left.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Lance.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10.
Yellow, go. Red, cycle. Process, 6.
Now Lance again.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest.
As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3.
Ray McLeod on the return. The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Claws red. Loose, go. White, white.
Play action, now it's Lance.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Down. Claws, 10. Ultra, go ultra. Hurry, hurry.
They run over center with Mitchell.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Lance.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Double 38. You Taylor.
Throwing now is Lance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Black shot. Rail, yellow. Steel, black. Ready.
On first down, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Hey, check Raven.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, full fury. Hustle, hustle. Ready?
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
But I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Lance.
Flush to his right. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 36, Tua being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3 quarters in the books. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is a counter play, Eckler, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Okay, right?
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Ready?
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Hey, green. Ball game. Right.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he hauls it
in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ray McCloud from a yard out. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. His throw incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Tua. That's into the hands of Eckler. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, and his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to swell the lead to 6.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Lance looking to throw.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Go red. Right blue. Yellow blue.
Now Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Blue striker.
Lance back to throw.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Down. Clear green.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
This one came right